Hi everyone, my name is Erik, and today I will be reviewing the Syma S108 Super Cobra RC helicopter. If you guys like this one, I included a link in the description below where you can pick one up. This beautiful scale helicopter is modeled after the Bell AH-1 Super Cobra or Sea Cobra. It's the Marine Corps' main helicopter, and it was actually developed in the 1960s for the U.S. Army during the Vietnam War. There were over 1,200 of these things built, and they've been sold to Iran, China, and Turkey. Now, this is just one of several very scale-looking RC helicopters that Syma did a really good job on. Their other models are the Apache. So you got your Super Cobra, your Apache, Blackhawk, and the Airwolf, the Coast Guard version. And then you also have the Chinook, which keep an eye out for the review. This is the larger one, and then they also have a smaller one that's a little bit closer to the size of these. Now, they all fly pretty much the same. They all work in the same way. You know, you have your tail rudder right here, which is going to push up or down, and that's going to go forward and reverse. They all have the coaxial or dual rotors. You got your top and your bottom spinning in opposite directions, and to turn, one's going to spin faster than the other. That's just going to cause you to turn this way. And they all do the same thing. All the blade size are exactly the same. I believe they are all replaceable. So if you break one on one, you can replace it with the other. So finding spare parts for these, super easy, and they're very affordable. Now, the two fastest ones, I would have to say, is the Airwolf and the Super Cobra. These tend to be a little bit faster than the other ones. They all are beginner helicopters, so they're not going to be very fast, not like the single rotor, but they're definitely going to be a little bit faster than the Apache and the Blackhawk. Now, the controllers all look the same. They're all pretty much going to do the same thing. So you're going to have your up and your down. That's going to control your altitude. And then you have your joystick over here, which is going to turn left, right, and this is going to go forward and reverse. And then in the middle, you have this dial. This is going to be your trim tab. And then also, you have your switch up here. If you want to fly more than one helicopter at a time, you can switch frequencies so you can fly with a friend. Now, these are the easiest helicopters to fly on the market. They doesn't get easier than this. There are some tips you can follow to keep them lasting a long time, and I'll go over those. First is to keep your blades nice and free. You don't want them to be rigid. So watch when I drop that blade, it just swings right down. If they're stiff, then that means that screw right there is too tight and you want to loosen it. Second, you never want to apply power when the blades cannot move. So if your helicopter is on its side, you never want to put the power on because there are tiny little gears inside of here. Really tiny little plastic gears that can easily get stripped. Also, if your helicopter crashes, first thing you want to do is bring your throttle all the way down. And that'll ensure, because once these gears in here get stripped, there's pretty much no fixing those and the helicopter's junk. And lastly, taking care of the battery. The battery is a lithium polymer in there. I believe it's a 150 milliamp hour. Just let it cool down for about 10 to 15 minutes before you throw it back on the charger. Now, with your blades, if you guys fly this long enough, you're going to chip them and you're going to ding the blades, and they start to get kind of sharp. So what you can do is actually just sand them down and then put some tape over them. That'll make them a lot smoother, and they're not going to hurt as bad when they hit you. Now, the included charger is just a USB plug. Okay, so it's just you plug it into the side of the helicopter, or you can actually also charge off the remote, which I don't like doing. I mean, unless you have some rechargeable batteries in here, you can charge from the remote. But what I like to do is to get a USB wall charger, and these come in just a single USB port. They go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They have like multiple ones. This is just really convenient, so I can charge more than one helicopter at a time, or I can charge my cell phone in the helicopter at the same time. They're just really convenient to have around, especially if you have a lot of electronics. More USB ports are always welcome. Okay, so that's all I really wanted to talk about. Just a quick summary. This is a very easy to fly helicopter by Syma. This is the S108. Very highly detailed for a very low price too. I mean, you're getting this thing for around $25. So enjoy the flight review. Thanks so much for watching. Bye, guys.